What's up, Capricorn? All right, Capricorn. So, all of your cards came out in reverse. Okay, so this means that this message is going to be about like internal work that you need to do. This is a reading about straight up like introspection and focusing on where progress is halted or heavily delayed in your life. Okay, so I feel like one thing that you could be struggling with right now is feeling down, feeling unmotivated, bouts of sadness, depression, even some carelessness and arrogance with the Sun card in reverse. Okay. I don't know if there was something outside of you that occurred to make you feel this way, but I'm just reading the cards, like with the Sun card in reverse. It definitely represents negativity and like being out of touch with your inner child. Out of touch with your inner child. And then we have the Five of Cups over here. This is like acceptance, right? It's moving on, finding peace, addressing any personal setbacks. This card also represents like self-forgiveness, forgiving yourself for whatever role you played in, situations that fall through or don't work out. Okay, forgive yourself for those things. I feel like, again, what you need to do is be introspective at this point. There's a personal transformation here for you with this Tower card in reverse. I feel like you need to go through a personal transformation, but I feel like you could be delaying it. I feel like there's a chance that you might be distracting yourself as well. Overindulging, going out too much, being around other people that are low vibrational or they don't understand the journey that you're on. Yeah, this card also represents gossip. And I'm not saying that's what, I'm not saying that exists here in this situation, but this card also could represent something like that. Just being around too many people when in reality, if you're going to be introspective, you should probably take some time to yourself, right? And try not to overindulge. Because the more you delay this personal transformation, the harder it's going to be for you. I feel like you're struggling with inner strength as well. Self-doubt, insecurities, low energy. The Strength card in reverse. This also represents like ego death. So we got ego here, and then we got ego here with the Sun card in reverse with carelessness and arrogance. That's ego. So if that's what you're dealing with right now, and you're aware of that, that's something that you need to address. And some of you might have to go through a whole ego death with the Strength card in reverse. I feel like you're coming out of a very painful ending. Some sort of, look at the card. Some sort of situation here. Something caused you like a painful ending. some sort of betrayal or loss. This card also represents like defeat. Maybe you're feeling just overall defeated with the way things are going in your life. Maybe they're not turning out the way you wanted them to. And so now you're in this energy of like, you know, of sadness or arrogance, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, these are things that you need to address, and it might take time to get through all of this, but I feel like what you need to do is just to not isolate, but just take some time to yourself. I don't want to say isolate, because when it comes to like transformations like this, sometimes you might need a little bit of help, like therapy or something. But I wouldn't recommend like relying on people that don't understand what you're going through right now, or if they're just the type to, like, if they're just surface level type of friendships or whatever. I wouldn't necessarily rely on those people as you're going through this this cleanse or whatever. If you're going to be around people during this time, make sure they're like solid, people that you can trust, right? Because all of this work that you need to do is internal. This is like a tough love message for sure. So I wouldn't say this is a negative reading at all. It's more like addressing like underlying subconscious things, right? At least that's how I'm seeing it. Let me see what else we can get. We have the High Priestess here. This is all about intuition, sacred knowledge, the subconscious. I just said that word. Trusting yourself, right? Be careful who you rely on. Make sure that whoever it is that you're around, that you can trust them, or if you choose to go through this, you know, simply alone, trust yourself. This is like getting in touch with your intuition, for sure. This represents purity and high morals, but definitely intuition as well. This is like a spiritual awakening that you need to go through. And I dig it, because we all need to go through this journey. Like, at least that's what we should be doing, you know, getting better, maturing, getting better, addressing our shadow side and self. So then on the other side, You feel good about yourself. You feel positive. You're chasing your dreams. You're staying on top of it. You have energy now. You're humble. You trust yourself. You know, making choices is easier when you're in tune with your intuition. You know, you make better choices and stuff like that. So this just might be your time, Capricorn. All right, well, that's basically what I have for you, Capricorn. So if this made sense, please like the video or drop a comment below. I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I love you, Capricorn.